Here to introduce Gerald Smith, Hall of Fame legend, Greg Armstrong.
Much to our mutual relief, I am not about to sing. So good evening. Tonight it's my true honor and great pleasure to introduce Gerald Smith. I've had the privilege of knowing Gerald for over a decade. Over the last 11 years, we've served side by side on two Federal Reserve boards, beginning at the Houston branch board and then more recently at the board here in Dallas. Given the Great Recession and recovery, the COVID pandemic, the extraordinary steps that taken by the Federal Reserve, as well as several hurricanes, the big flood, the big freeze, and more than a few political distractions, those years have been anything but routine. Between many face-to-face meetings, conference calls, Zoom, WebEx, Teams meetings, and both routine and event-driven, I've had a front row seat to see how Gerald consistently listens, processes, and provides wise and thoughtful guidance and counsel regardless of the chaos surrounding us. Time limitations prevent me from sharing specific stories about Gerald, so instead I thought I'm going to share some of the phrases that these stories bring to my mind when I think of them. Entrepreneur, servant leader, businessman, family man, community leader, independent and strategic thinker, strong views but an open mind, listens carefully to what people say, and just as carefully observes what they do. Gerald cares and he empathizes. I could go on, but let me close by simply saying Gerald has a great moral compass and a very good and a very kind heart. So it is with great joy and a happy heart that I introduce to you and welcome to the Texas Business Hall of Fame a very deserving inductee and my friend, Gerald Smith.
Wow. First of all, let me first say, Greg, I really appreciate you. It has been an honor and a privilege to get to know you over these past 11 years and to serve with you. You are also, let me just say this, an exemplary leader. The way you lead our board, he is chairman of the Fed board, has just truly been exemplary. And we all appreciate your leadership, especially under these turbulent times. I want to say thank you to Kirk Hatchigan and Judith Craven for agreeing to be witnesses, if you will, and for sharing your heart-warming comments. I will always treasure our friendships and service together. I am deeply thankful for being nominated and chosen to be inducted into the Texas Business Hall of Fame. It is truly a pinnacle honor, one that is clearly a culminating moment in my entrepreneurial career. My aspirations have always been to be the best that I could be. However, it was never my specific goal to be counted among these stellar Texas Business Hall of Fame inductees. But I have to tell you, it feels pretty damn good. I may be the one standing here receiving this award tonight, but I don't stand here alone. There are three priorities in my life that guide me. They are God, family, and work. So I come before you, first of all, speaking of the aspect of how God plays that role. And I want to honor him and thank him for all he has done for me. There is an old gospel song that includes the words, "He's never failed me yet. Whoa, 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 whoa. Can't turn around. He's never failed me yet." So indeed, he has never failed me. I want to thank my wife, Anita, for being a steadfast, wise, and loving partner. Without her willingness to step out on faith with me and take a risk, our company, Smith Graham and Company, may not have ever been birthed. I want to thank my children, Marcus, Jackson, Jordan, and Joy, and my daughter-in-law, Heidi, who have provided the inspiration, motivation, and love that I needed to sustain my efforts. And in the African tradition, I give honor to my ancestors who have paved the way before me. In that spirit, I would like to thank my mom for her love and care, and again, my grandmother. My grandmother had a corner drugstore in 3rd Ward, Texas, in Houston, and it was in that drugstore that I learned the basic financial principles. She taught me the difference between debits and credits when I was 9 years old. Smith Graham was an idea in a business plan when I approached Liddell Graham. Fortunately, Liddell decided to launch Smith Graham with me in 1990. Along with him and my other partner, Jamie House, who's here tonight, our company became one of the largest money management firms in Houston and one of the largest minority-owned investment managed firms in the country. So I will be forever grateful for them and to them. So the level of success that I have achieved has not been a solo event. I can't think of a better way to honor and to thank all who have helped me than to give back to others. That is why Anita and I act on our shared desire to make the community in which we live better through our giving, but more importantly, our service. There have been numerous times in my life where I have been the first African American to achieve certain milestones. I know, though, I am not the first Black Texas Hall of Fame inductee, but I am surely among a very few. To be exact, I'm the third. While it is significant and humbling to be among the few, my practice and ongoing commitment is to change the status quo. That's why Anita and I endowed a business school scholarship, and also why the Gerald B. Smith Center for Entrepreneurship were established both at my alma mater, Texas Southern University. I hope others will come alongside me to increase the number of successful business leaders and entrepreneurs who look like me. And I will tell you, I met some of the most fantastic scholars at a luncheon today, so I am truly, truly encouraged. So, thank you again for this significant honor. It is truly the pinnacle of my career. Thank you very much.